Dear students, I welcome you in this lecture on the topic index numbers. In this topic, we are going to study different notations and formulae for price index numbers. Let us see formulae and notations for price index numbers. The small letter P denotes price. The small letter Q, the small letter Q denotes quantity. The subscript 0 is used for base year and the subscript 1 is used for current year. So let us recall the formulae, these basic notations. If you remember this, it becomes easy to get meaning of this formulae. P denotes price, Q denotes quantity, P denotes price, Q denotes quantity, 0 denotes base year, and 1 denotes current year, and 1 denotes current year. So with these notations, we are now in a position to understand meaning of different notations. So what P0 will denote? It will denote price in base year. Why is it? Because P denotes price and 0 denotes base year. So P denotes price and 0 denotes base year. Q0, it denotes quantity in base year. Why is it? Because Q stands for quantity and 0 stands for base year. So Q0 denotes quantity in base year. Similarly, P1 denotes price in current year, as P stands for price and 1 stands for current year. What Q1 denotes? It denotes quantity in current year. Q1 denotes quantity in current year because Q stands for quantity and 1 stands for current year. So 1 stands for current year. So Q1 denotes quantity in current year. Okay. Now let us see formulae for 3 standard index numbers. In last lecture we have seen what are 3 standard index numbers. So first standard price index number is Laspeyres price index number. It is denoted by P01L. So P01L is equal to summation P1Q0 upon summation P0Q0 into 100. I can share a trick to remember this formula. Note that the only subscript which is 1 is this, price in numerator. All other subscripts, if you observe, are 0. This is 0, this is 0 and this is 0. So can remember the formula in this way, summation PQ upon summation PQ. Write the subscript which is 1. It is the only subscript which is 1 and all other subscripts are 0. So P1Q0, P0Q0 into, and we multiply by 100 because we multiply by 100 because we want the value of index number. We want the value of index number in percentage. Okay. Now let us see purchase price index number. The next price index number is purchase price index number. So purchase price index number is given by summation P1 Q1 upon summation P0 Q1 into 100, and it is denoted by the notation P01P. P01 denotes index number and superscript P denotes that it is purchase price index number. Again, there is a trick to remember this formula. Observe that the only subscript which is 0 is this, price in denominator. All other subscripts are 1. So you may try to remember purchase price index number formula in this way. Summation PQ upon summation PQ, we multiply by 100 as we want the answer in percentage. So summation PQ upon summation PQ into 100. Now write the subscript which is 0. So this is the only subscript which is 0, and all other subscripts are 1. So this is 1, this is 1, and this is 1. Okay. So this is formula for purchase price index number. Now the formula, next formula is Fisher's price index number. There is no need to remember formula for Fisher's price index number because it is based on last year's price index number. So let us see what is formula for Fisher's price index number. Fisher's price index number is denoted by P01F, and it is equal to geometric mean of last year's price index number and purchase price index number. So it is equal to square root of product of last year's price index number and purchase price index number. It is equal to summation square root of summation P1 Q0 upon summation P0 Q0 into summation P1 Q1 upon summation P0 Q1. The whole expression in square root is multiplied by 100. As I mentioned earlier, there is no need to remember this formula once you remember last year's and purchase price index number. It is simply geometric mean of last year's and price index number. Remember how we calculate geometric mean of two numbers? It is simply square root of their product. Okay. So geometric mean of A and B is nothing but square root of A into B. Finally, let us see the formulae for consumer price index numbers. In earlier lecture, we have seen that there are two methods to calculate consumer price index number. First method is aggregate expenditure method, and second method is family budget method. In aggregate expenditure method, consumer price index number is nothing but last year's price index number. So again, there is no need to remember this formula once you remember formula for last year's price index number. It is P01L, which is equal to summation P1Q0 upon summation P0Q0 into 100. The next formula is consumer price index number by family budget method. It is given by P01 is equal to summation IW upon summation W. Here I is index of commodity and W is weight of commodity. I is given by ratio of price of commodity in current year divided by price of commodity in base year multiplied by 100. So I is equal to P1 upon P0 into 100. W is weight and it is nothing but expense on commodity in base year. It is P0Q0. So W is equal to P0Q0. In this lecture, we have seen different formulae for price index numbers and we have also seen basic notations. In next lecture, we'll solve examples based on this formulae. Thank you.